So this next record is just called R.Q.Tek. And if you're not living your truth, you might think this is a diss record. I don't know, you can hit that.
Hey, I don't care what none of y'all say, man. Y'all see me out in these streets every day. You already know what it is. It's your boy, and I'm outside all year getting money. You see my chain real here.
When you hear the music, that's a lot of rap. When you hear the lyrics, that's a lot of cap. When you hear the music, that's a lot of rap. But when you hear the lyrics, that's a... Y'all got it. When you hear the music, that's a lot of rap. But when you hear the lyrics, that's a lot of cap. When you hear the music, that's a lot of rap. But when you hear the lyrics, that's a lot of cap. When you hear the music, that's a lot of rap. But when you hear the lyrics, that's a lot of cap. When you hear the music, that's a lot of rap. But when you hear the lyrics, that's a lot of rap. I listened to 50 Cent, I wanted to get rich. Not trying, I was a fake gangster, a misfit who kept lying. We was GUO, gangsters under oath, a man plying. That's a highlight, a mixed kid that started flying. Blind to their contract, rapper will start signing. Sick of all these lies, these rappers is prescribing. Seeing past your love, sometime excited. They think AI the answer, probably not really writing. But if they pen gliding, they probably just really biting. I learned to be myself, sometimes I'm still fighting. I had to find my value, I'm putting it in the rhyming. The happiness is high in the mountains, I'm still climbing. Lost up on that journey, Jesus will start guiding. We're not truly trying to cap, really just need guidance. You don't know God, this track is inviting. Take off the cap, Steve Rogers, retire. Make some noise, y'all. So one thing I had to learn, I had to stop capping, I had to be honest with myself. But when you're honest with yourself, you gotta do some hard work. So if you a hard worker, make some noise. That was a lot of y'all, but that wasn't everybody. If you listen in, I'ma tell a tale how the boy gets success when he... I've been feeling tired, so the flow is frail. You can feel a word, the verse made in braille. Holding down the balls, I guess that I'm the warden. I was in my way, so I had to pardon. People hand is out, so I had to pardon. I just swing my hand like a dance. Felt like Kobe with the flick of the wrist. They always wanted Kobe to pass, but not like this. When it's allergy season, you excusing the trip. Working 15%, but that's barely the tip. People talking out of pocket, chopping and change my circle tight with the magic. Doctor the Strange, God bless you with the shot. I'ma give it the bang. God got me working hard when you ain't doing the same. Like, said my level's unmatched. But you trying to touch my work ethic. God keep me in my bag, just so I can show you my work ethic. How you trying to get success? If you ain't got that work ethic, nah, you can never be the best. Why? Cause I'm on the crest and everything is moving quick. I got homies on the grind after paper, but they end up getting clipped. They wanna ride, though it's current, what's the point? It's on a sinking ship. A picture worth 1,000 words, maybe I should rap this verse with a gift. I'm dedicated to the job I'm about to lift. The world changes with examples, with that opinion. Happiness is what you want, pen you never been in. See, I try to stay grounded, who are you kidding? I just shot for the bull, call me pimping. Everything I gotta pray for, y'all still wishing. Yeah, you probably baptized this faith, I'm a Christian. Pull against the wall, still tipping. Oprah talked about balance, she still tripping. Like, I said my level's unmatched. But you trying to touch my... God keep me in my bag, just so I can show you my... Said how you trying to get success? If you ain't got that... Said you can never be the best. Why? Cause you ain't putting that work ethic. Listen, said my level's unmatched. But you trying to touch my work ethic. Nah, God keep me in my bag, just so I can show you my work ethic. Listen, how they trying to get success? If you ain't got that work ethic, yo, you can never be the best. Why? Cause you ain't putting that work ethic. Make some noise, y'all. We can go right in with this last one.